Let's look at a typical setup procedure used by one welding equipment maker. Because setup procedures may vary, you must read and understand the owner's manual for your welding machine. It's your best source of setup and troubleshooting information. We'll start the welding machine setup by installing the drive roll in the proper position. The drive roll for this machine has two grooves, one for 023 or 0.6 millimeter solid steel electrode wire and a larger knurled groove for 030 or 0.8 millimeter solid and 035 or 0.9 millimeter flux cord wire. The machine is shipped with the drive roll installed, set to the larger position. Since we will be welding with 023-inch or 0.6 millimeter wire, the drive roll position requires changing. After removing the retaining screw, the drive roll is removed, turned around, and reinstalled. Next, we'll install and tighten the work clamp and cable. This cable may require assembly before installation. The end of the work cable with a smaller terminal lug is passed through the work cable access hole in the front of the case, routed under and around the back of the wire feeder, through the cable hanger, and attached to the negative output terminal. The cable is secured to the terminal with a wing nut. The technician ensures that the wing nut is tight. To install the welding cable and gun assembly, it is pushed through the welding gun cable access hole in the front of the machine and into the brass connector block. Care is used to ensure that the connector is fully seated into the connector block and that the trigger control leads are on the underside. Next, the thumb screw on the connector block is tightened to secure the cable in place. The welding gun trigger control leads are pushed through the control lead access slot, under the welding gun cable, and routed under the wire feeder and through the cable hanger. The control lead terminals are connected to the insulated spades located underneath the gun trigger connection sticker. Next, the gas bottle is installed and set up using the procedure outlined earlier, and the electrode wire spool is positioned on the welding machine. Notice the technician holding the wire to keep it from unraveling off the spool at the cut end. This welding machine has a locking tab and lug that hold the wire spool on and keep it from rotating freely. Some machines may have a locking ring or nut that must be installed to secure the wire spool to the machine. The electrode wire is fed through the drive rolls and into the end of the cable liner. When the wire is started into the cable liner, the drive roll pressure arm is closed and the pressure knob tightens so the wire doesn't slip. At the welding gun, you must remove the nozzle and contact tip if they are installed. Some new welding machines come without these parts installed. Next, the welding machine is plugged in and the power switch is turned on. The welding gun trigger is held until the wire comes out the end of the liner. Notice the technician has the welding gun pointed away from his face and is not looking into the end for the wire to appear. When the wire appears, the trigger is released and the contact tip and gas nozzle are installed. The pressure on the drive rolls is adjusted by holding the gun trigger down and watching the drive rolls turn on the electrode wire. If the drive rolls slip, you must increase the pressure until the wire feeds smoothly. To check the pressure, the wire is jammed into the floor at about a 20 to 30 degree deflection. The drive roll pressure is right if this can be done without the wire slowing down or stopping. The wire spool tension adjustment must also be checked. To do this, a finger is used to deflect the wire between the spool and the drive rolls. If the spool is too loose, the wire will begin to uncoil. If it is too tight, the wire will not deflect easily when pushed.